Right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome along to my channel, Warren's Team Talk. Thanks very much for joining us. And today I've got Jez with me, and because we were going to do an FA Cup Mastermind, and we still may, but we're just waiting for Kenny Ken to be able to get into the stream. He seems to be having a few issues. I don't know if it's me or what's going on, but we're having a few problems. So first of all, I just want to apologise to everyone for the length of time you've had to wait to get this thing moving. But yeah, we're here now, and what we're going to do, Jez and I are going to have a chat about FA Cup final day, and then if Kenny turns up, we can start doing the quiz. So I hope that's okay with everyone. And thanks very much for coming on, Jez.
Pleasure is always, Warren.
You're welcome, mate. I was just wondering if you want to tell everyone about your channel and about yourself and everything else, if that's all right, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, basically, it's the channel's called Arsenal: The History and More. Predominantly about the history of Arsenal Football Club, but I've done some match reviews and other stuff like that. I did dropped a post-match review of the debacle against Spurs the other night. So I went through some of the key points I thought in the game, and but looking forward to a good cup final today. So should be a good day.
Yeah, I hope so, mate. And yeah, everyone, please make sure that you go and subscribe to Jez's channel. You can also find him on Instagram. I put links for both of those in the live chat and also in the description of the video. And I've also got links in the live chat and in the description of the video for Kenny Ken as well. So please go and check them out, and yeah, go and show Jez some love, because his channel is absolutely superb and he's doing a really, really important job, because you won't find anything about Arsenal's history on the Arsenal website for some strange reason. So yeah, please go and support him, because he, like I say, I think he's doing a really, really important job. So we've got a few people in the chat already. We've got Gracie May, Jack Ramsey. So hello, guys. I hope you're well. Thanks very much for joining us. And Jez, so let's start off by talking about the cup final. So can you just tell us why the FA Cup is so important? Why it's special to you, mate?
Well, the FA Cup, to me, is such an important trophy. It's the oldest football trophy in world football. And, you know, it used to be, I don't know if it is so much now, you used to ask any top player. I remember an interview on one of the BBC or ITV, I can't remember, and they were interviewing Pele. And they said to him, Pele, you've won just about everything in football. And he turned around and said, yeah, but I've never won the FA Cup. And, you know, that just shows back then how important the FA Cup was. And I think the trouble nowadays, it's not looked upon as being the iconic trophy it once was. I think some clubs don't take it anywhere near as serious as it should be taken. Especially, you know, there's a few Premier League clubs over the years who've taken the piss with it, let's be fair. I think to lower league clubs, it is a massive, massive cup to play for. And, you know, you can always tell that in FA Cup games when it's a Premier League side against, let's say, a Division 1 team or Championship or whatever. And, you know, to Arsenal Football Club, I think it is a massive, massive trophy in the fact, you know, Arsenal have won it the most amount of times. their success over the years. I mean, you know, if you go back and look at that, when it was being, we were playing for it at the old Millennium Stadium. Yeah, and the amount of finals Arsenal were in during that period was just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, it was an incredible time as an Arsenal fan with the FA Cup. And, you know, I was brought up with the FA Cup with the classic TV shows. You know, they'd have helicopters out, they'd be showing the buses leaving the hotels and making their way down Wembley Way, and you'd see the the players' family, wives, and all that lot. And it made an exciting day, especially as a kid. You know, it's something you had to look forward to all day. And then you see the players go out on the pitch in their suits and all that. And to me, it's an amazing day. I just love it.
I 100% agree with Jez, because I remember in my house, I think it used to stop when I started watching it. First final I remember was 1976, was the Southampton Man United Cup final. And the coverage would start from about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. That's why I tried to start this at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock this morning. And, you know, you'd have interviews with the players in their hotel. Then you'd see them on their coaches. One year, Brighton, I think it was, came to the match in a helicopter, and they were interviewing them on the helicopter. And then, you know, you'd have ex-players being interviewed and the managers being interviewed, and then you'd see them coming out in their suits, having a walk around the pitch. And then there was, you know, they get presented to a member of the royal family. And then there was the cup final hymn, Abide With Me, and just before kick-off and it was just a really, really special day. And people rocking up at the cup final with these big banners with these really funny comments on them and stuff like that. You know,
it's always been a party day, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I remember my first ever cup final that I went to, and I was so nervous getting to Wembley, getting out of the tube station, walking down to the ground and see it. I'd never seen Wembley before. Oh, that's not true. I had, but the time I saw it, it was a horrible, crappy day, and that was the cup final where we lost to Swindon Town. But the day I went, my first cup final, FA Cup final, it was a boiling hot day, and it was quite bizarre because I remember walking. You didn't know who was who really, because you had Liverpool, and you had Arsenal, and you had loads of people in their red and white shirts, you know, and it's just to see. But then, of course, when we actually got, I mean, I had my, it's the first ever away shirt I'd ever had as a kid. I had the yellow and blue, and when we got nearer the ground, you know, it was just a sea of yellow and Arsenal red shirts. And it was just such an exciting time. And I was so nervous. And I remember getting in the ground and like it was just a cauldron of noise. It was just unbelievable. And so exciting. And the fact that we went on to win that was just an amazing occasion, you know. And that was at the start of the great Liverpool teams, you know.
Exactly.
So
in the lead up to that cup final, just because that year we won the double. Yeah. Was there a lot of chat about us doing the double, or was it just focused on the cup final?
I don't really remember, mate, to be fair. I'd have been 11 then. I don't really remember it being talked about, and I'm sure it was. But in my mind, it was just you know, getting to the FA Cup final, because I'd never seen Arsenal in my young time of supporting them see them get to the FA Cup. I remember when I got there with my granddad, he was so excited, you know, and we were on the train, on the tube, and he was telling me about the FA Cups that he'd been to in the 30s and in the 50s. And the 1940s, was it 48, something like that, I can't remember. And he was acting like a little kid. I remember that. And we're on the tube, and there was about 8 people that he knew that we were with as a group, and they were all talking about it. And it was just an amazing day for a little kid to go to an FA Cup final. Was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was for me, because the 1980 Cup final, Jez, I was 13, right? And I had my best mate at school with me as well, and my dad took us, right? Now, he was mad about football. He absolutely loved football, right? And he was as excited about it as what we were, to be quite frank.
Yeah, it's a special day.
Huh?
It's a very special day if it's your team that is getting into has got to the FA Cup final. It's a very, very special occasion. I don't think you can compare any other final like it. I mean, maybe obviously, European Cup final, of course, but I didn't go to the European Cup final when we got there and lost. But I'm sure that is an amazing experience. But the FA Cup, I still think, is a very, very special trophy.
Yeah, I do as well. It's really special. And I mean, back in the day, Jez, it was the case that there wasn't really much live football on TV either, was there?
No, not then.
No, because you'd have the odd international game that would be shown live. The home international championships usually were. And then there was the FA Cup final, but that was about it.
Back then, all you had was match of the day on a Saturday night. And I didn't often get to see that with a young kid, because I was obviously sent to bed. It was only on very special occasions where I was allowed to stay up and watch match of the day. Because, you're right. I mean, domestically, you only had the FA Cup and the League Cup that you could actually watch live on television. So, that's why it was such a big thing on a Saturday. As you said, the programmes would start at 10 o'clock, and you'd have all the chat and this, that, and the other. I mean, a lot of it was like old crap, really, wasn't it? To be honest, but it was just an iconic day for any football fan. Whether your team was in the final or not. I mean, I'm looking forward to this now. I'm getting excited about it, and we're not even in it.
I know, but that's what it used to be like. I used to be excited every day. It was one of the biggest days of the year for me, Jez, and it still is.
It is to me.
Do you know what I mean? All week I've been thinking about this day, partly because I've been trying to sort all this malarkey out that I've been trying to do today, but it's because it's Cup final day, and it's always been really special.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's across the road from me here is a house, and it's quite ironic actually. I don't know the people that well, no one to say hello to and all that, but out of one bedroom window there's a Liverpool flag, and out the other window is a Chelsea flag. That's going to be an entertaining house to be in, isn't it? So,
exactly, there you go. Oh dear, someone's going to be upset, that's for sure.
So and they haven't got any kids, so it's obviously him and her, and one of them's a Liverpool and one's a Chelsea, so that's going to be a great day, isn't it?
Exactly. So just look at this question from Craig Malloy. He asks, what is your all-time favourite FA Cup goal?
For me, Charlie George, 71, extra time. And I just can't get it out of my head. You know, he does that. He's lying on the floor like that, you know, and that was a special goal to me. You know, to beat Liverpool in the FA Cup, and you know, to do the double was quite something for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I never saw the game. I was too young. I was alive, but I was only four, something like that. So there's no chance I can remember it. But the ones I've seen, my favourite, I'd have to say, is Alan Sunderland against Man United.
You're 79.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was what a day that was. Deary me, 2-0 up. They came back to 2-0, and then straight off, bang, you know, and he slotted it. I remember Brian Talbot wheeling away, and then he looks like he's celebrating the goal that he's scored it.
Yeah.
And then you see him going, you know, because it's Alan Sunderland, obviously. But yeah, what a classic game that was. Brilliant day out there.
Because at 2-0, we looked like we were cruising.
Oh, we were.
Yeah.
As is typical Arsenal, mate. We took our foot off the gas.
Yeah.
And let them come back into the game.
Because I remember the commentator saying something along the lines of, they've got a big conundrum now. Do they go for more, or do they sit on what they got? I mean, it wasn't those words, but that was what he was saying. And we decided to sit on it, and we got punished. The last 5 minutes, we went into the last 5 minutes, and we were 2-0 up, and it ended being 3-2. It was crazy, wasn't it?
I mean, I can remember being at that, and we're 2-0 up, and everybody's going mad, and you know, and there were so many people who were going, "That's it, it's done," and everybody's shouting and jumping around. Then all of a sudden, it went to 2-1, and you could see people, you know, things weren't quite so happy. Then when it went to 2-2, oh my days, it was just like, what's happened here? You know, and you could feel the nerves. I remember I was like a wreck. I was an absolute wreck. I was thinking, no, you can't lose it. Can't lose this. You know, the fact that we'd lost to Ipswich the year before.
Yeah.
And obviously, 1980, we lost to West Ham. But at the time, you're like, it's 2-2, and you're thinking, oh, no, please don't go to extra time. You know? And then all of a sudden, it happened. Alan Sunderland scored the goal, and the place went mental again. And I remember you could see when Man U got to 2-2, you could see their fans were basically jumping around, and Arsenal fans weren't. And then all of a sudden, it went totally the other way, and gosh, you know, the place erupted, and you could see the Man United fans. Then they were like, "Oh no," like that. You know, it was an amazing game. Game.
It was an amazing game, and for me, it was the first time I'd ever seen us win a trophy. So that made it even more special. And I remember, Jez, after the game, I had this record like an EP, and it was an Arsenal one called The Red Machine. I don't know if you remember that song.
I do.
And it was like red vinyl. Yeah.
Never had it. I remember the song.
Yeah.
I never had the actual single myself, EP or whatever. But
yeah.
That's the other thing, isn't it? Do you remember back in time, you'd get these bloody awful songs that the team would sing, if it had been Chelsea or Liverpool or whoever, and you'd have the team singing this song that had been written for the FA Cup, and it was so corny. Some of them are bloody awful. And I'm glad we don't have that anymore.
No, exactly. Because I remember there was an awful one that was written by Chaz and Dave for Tottenham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aussie's Dream. Do you remember that one?
Oh dear. Yeah, it's awful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was so corny. And it's no, we
No,
don't
it was. No. So, Jez, what would you say is your favourite FA Cup final moment?
for Arsenal or anybody?
Anyone, Arsenal. Well, let's do both. First of all, Arsenal, and then except your favourite memory other than Arsenal.
I like the FA Cup when we beat Villa 4-0. That was quite special. I wasn't at that game, unfortunately. But I remember watching on the TV. We just absolutely annihilated Villa. Another great final I remember was when Wimbledon beat Liverpool.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember it.
I mean, that was just unbelievable. We thought, I remember we were watching that, and I was thinking, I was chatting to a few people, thinking, "Oh Christ, Wimbledon are going to get stuffed about 5-0." Can you imagine that Liverpool team, an unbelievable team, and
That's
then
right.
It was like how that happened. It was like unbelievable. And the classic, of course, the classic one, I think it was 87 or 88, something like that. Coventry beating Spurs.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
After extra time, for Coventry to win their first major trophy.
Yeah.
And that was quite a special occasion. So,
because I remember in the lead up to that game, you know the guys who sell the unofficial merchandise outside of Highbury?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were all selling Coventry stuff in the lead up to the cup final.
I don't remember that, but
they were selling scarves, T-shirts, all sorts of stuff outside the entrance to the North Bank. You just come out of the tube station and do a left and walk down the road, and there was one guy in particular on the right-hand side of the road, and he had a huge stand, and he was selling all this stuff in Coventry City. It was crazy.
Did you ever buy any of that sort of knockoff stuff off them merchants? No. I bought it. I've still got it.
Have you?
I bought an Arsenal Cup. It's the FA Cup Winners 79. I mean, the material is absolute shit quality. It really is crap. But I just wanted that scarf. I bought it. You can see they were like printed. You know what I mean? Like really crap. And I think I remember getting it, and because I got it for the open top bus parade. And I remember I got it, and I went home, and Mum said, "Where'd you get that from?" I said, "I bought it off a street vendor." And she went, "I don't think I'll ever be able to wash that." She said, "Because I think all the print will come off." Anyway, fair play. She did on a few occasions. I didn't wear it much, to be honest with you. And I had it on my bedroom wall. And but I mean, while I look at it now, I've still got it, and it is absolute rubbish quality. It really is. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't a lot.
The fact you still got it though, Jez, I mean, do you know what I mean? That says a lot that it's managed to survive.
I had it here actually a while ago. Because I think it was on, whose channel was it? Was it Gracie's? I had my first original ever red and white scarf. It was just a red and white scarf, but I had all badges. Back in the time, I used to sew all the badges on. Those cloth badges you'd get. And I had that one just before the 71 Cup final. I did at one point, I don't know whatever happened to it, unfortunately. I have actually still got my blue and yellow away shirt for that cup final. I mean, I'm going to get what I'm going to do this wall here. I'm going to start putting some stuff on it if I get permission from the boss. I have actually got somewhere my blue and yellow scarf. Somewhere around. I don't know where it is, but I'll find it. And some of the old shirts I had that obviously wouldn't fit me now, but that's funny actually. The other day I put my original Bruised Banana shirt on that I got for my 30th birthday, actually in 1991.
Wow.
I thought I'll wear it, and I tell you what, Warren, it's a little bit tight around the old belly now.
I remember you wearing it, and you've worn it a couple of times recently, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, it was actually there's a suitcase up in the loft. We were having a major clear out of the loft up there. Came across it. I remember I'd wrapped it up and I'd put it into one of these, these Zippo bags you can get, plastic bags. It was in there. So I thought, I'm going to get that out. And I gave it a hand wash, and it came up and it was as good as the day I first bought it, to be fair.
Brilliant. Fantastic. No, it just shows you they don't make things like they used to, do that.
Well, I mean, I've got, all right, they're a couple of years old now. I bought a couple of different Arsenal polo shirts. Well, one I think is the wrong size because it is so tight on me, even though it is advertised as being a medium. I can't. It's just so tight. And the other one, this is all official merch, by the way. It all came from the armory. And the other one is faded more like a bloody pink now. So not very impressed with that.
No. And Jez,
it's actually that shirt there. That one there. It's on your picture of me there. That's the one that's actually faded.
Is it?
Yeah, that used to be really on there. It looks perfect. If you see it in normal daylight, it's not as red as that.
No,
not very impressed at all.
See, I just don't think the quality of the merch is that great. I mean, the badge, I can't stand it. I hate it. But even having said that, the merchandise, I just think is really poor quality.
I don't think it is. I mean, I remember for my 40th, my wife bought me an Arsenal shirt. It was the up and coming new season shirt, and that was when would that been? That was in 2001. And she had on the back of it, Jez 40, on the back. And anyway, she had gone all the way up with a friend of hers to get that shirt, and wore it. And after about 6 washes, the bloody numbers were coming off. And so we were going up that way anyway, and we took it into the armory. I said, look, this is bought for my 40th, blah, 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 and all the bloody numbers are coming off. And they did fair enough change it, but it was things like that used to really wind me up. You pay all that money, and they charge you per letter and number. I mean, all right, it's only JEZ40, but even so, if you paid money, you expect it to last.
Well, exactly. And not only that, Jez, it's not cheap. They're asking a lot of money. I mean, I think this year the home shirt was £100, wasn't it?
Something like that. I haven't bought any merch for 2 years.
No, I haven't bought any for ages, and I won't.
No, I won't.
I won't. But, Jez, with regards to the FA Cup, I mean, sadly nowadays it hasn't got the same status as it used to have. And What do you think? Is there anything that can be done to take it back to what it was like before, or do you think it's not possible? What's your thoughts about that?
Well, I liked your comment you made. Was it with Kyle? That maybe the 4th place in the European Cup should be given to the cup winners, the FA Cup winners. I think that way some clubs would take more importance of it. I mean, it's, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, this all started with Man United that time, la, la, la. I think it was before that, personally, you know, because it seems to me that to so many Premier League clubs now, top 4 is a Wenger trophy to get into Europe. And everybody's clamouring for, obviously, to win the league. Well, apart from Arsenal, because we don't compete to win the league. And everybody's clamouring. I mean, at the moment, you look at everywhere, anything you look at now is talking about the 4th spot between Spurs and Arsenal. Every single day. And there's post after post on Sky Sports and stuff you get on Facebook about top 4, who's going to get it, this, that, and the other, you know. And I think that now is such a major attraction for teams that the FA Cup maybe doesn't have the sparkle it used to have, which I think is a major, major shame because, you know, we all remember, don't we, the old UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, which was a good tournament, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, when Arsenal won that year, was it 93 or something? I can't remember now. Sorry, whatever it was. And that was a good tournament. And it was a shame they got rid of it. You know, you had all the European Cup winners in that one competition. And I think your idea was a good suggestion. Give that 4th spot to the cup winners of the FA Cup.
Yeah, because I just think we need to incentivise these clubs to take it more seriously, because I think that's part of the problem. The other problem is that the supporters aren't taking it seriously. No, you hear fans go, oh, you know, what's the FA Cup? Don't matter. I just want to see us win titles. Yeah, and I understand it. I want to see the club win titles. But the FA Cup is important. Do you know what I mean? And it's the prestige and all the rest of it. And, you know, you know, people used to get something from winning it. It was a special day, and, you know, you get access to a European competition, and, you know, and it's not everyone that used to get to play at Wembley, and that's another thing. Is it because there's too many games played at Wembley? And, you know, I just think they should take away the semi-finals from Wembley and do what they used to and play them around the country. And okay, if it's 2 London clubs, maybe they could play it at Wembley, but not like just as a matter of course play it at Wembley. I mean, I know in Scotland they've always played the semi-finals at Hampden and the final at Hampden, but I just think it takes something away from the specialness of the final.
I do agree with you, because it used to be such an iconic place to go.
Yeah.
You know, it must be for a footballer, such an iconic thing back in time to go and play at Wembley. When you know, if you're never going to be an international player, to actually have the opportunity to play on the Wembley pitch was something you'd want to have in your career. Now, I think your comment you made about some people don't see the FA Cup as such an attraction now, I would say that tends to be, from my perspective, more of the younger generations. Because I can assure you, people that I know of my age that are Arsenal fans, it's still taken very seriously. And because I think that's because of the history Arsenal have got with the FA Cup. The fact that we've won it 14 times, and been in numerous, was it how many, 22 finals or something like that, and maybe more, I can't remember now. But that, I think, is such a big thing. But now, you're right. Everybody wants league titles, which I do, and everybody wants to win the European Cup, which I do as well. But I think it's going to be some way off just yet before we get back to that sort of status.
Exactly. Blimey. Yeah. Some of our fans would think they're going to win it next year, but that's another discussion.
Not even there yet. We're not even there. We're not even there yet.
No, I know. It just makes me laugh. So, yeah, Jez, what? Thinking about cup finals and stuff and whatnot you've seen, what? I'm trying to think. What do you think? And because there's a lot of talk about, what do they call it? Routines that players have for cup finals and whatnot, and about, lucky emblems and stuff like that. And I remember back in the day at the old stadium, there was always this thing about one particular dressing room.
Yeah, it was the tunnel in, wasn't it? The tunnel in, dressing room. That was the reputedly something like 70% of the teams that had won the FA Cup always had that changing room. And I know the 71, 79 games, Arsenal had that dressing room. So maybe there is a bit of truth to it. I don't know. But, it was all certain. I remember, who was it? Somebody, what's his name? Oh, Steve Morrow. He had this belief that you had to run at the old Wembley. You had to, before the game, walk all the way around the perimeter of the pitch on what was like the old running track type thing. And that was his belief. That's what had been done, but I don't know.
But it's interesting because there was always all this talk about these sorts of things, and I don't think for 1 minute that just because you're in a particular dressing room that it's going to mean you're going to win it. But I think it's more the psychological impact.
Yeah,
you know that 70% of the time, if you're in that dressing room, that teams in the past, 70% of them have won, then it must give you probably gives them a psychological boost to think, well, it's a good emblem and that, it plays on their mind.
Well, I didn't know until a few years ago, and I was having this discussion with somebody whose father used to work at Wembley Stadium. And I was chatting to him. We were just having a pint. We were talking about this. And he said, do you know how they used to allocate the changing rooms? And I went, no, I don't. Because they still called them home and away. And apparently they used to toss a coin.
Is that right? Because I know they toss a coin for the kits, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, that's interesting. That is interesting. Well, Jez, I'm going to close it down now, mate.
Pleasure, mate. Thanks for having me on.
No, thank you for coming and saving my day. Because it's been, I have to be honest, it's been an absolute disaster. But never mind, we crack on, and I've got a few more streams to do, and I'm going to do a watch along later for the game. God knows how that'll go, but it'll be fun, I'm sure. So anyway, mate, thanks ever so much for coming on.
Pleasure.
Do you want to just let people know what you got coming up in the next few days or so?
Well, I'm looking forward to the game today, obviously. Getting quite excited about it. Instagram audio. And next week I will be doing a couple of history shows. I haven't done any for about 10 days now. So I'm going to be doing that. Arsenal are in the where Arsenal get into the.
Oh, Kenny's in the background.
Sorry,
Kenny's in the chat. Do you want to do the quiz, Jez? Have you got time?
Yeah, I've got time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys,
right, hi Kenny. How are you?
Guys, I want to explain myself. It's not my fault. I fucked up completely. Oh, sorry, you're live. This is what's happened, right? Jez, I apologise profusely. I didn't shut down my computer. So what happened is that when I tried to get access, he wouldn't let me in. So I've had to sort out the access. I was crying my eyes out to my wife, screaming and shouting, "Help, help, help!" And I finally sorted it out. It has nothing to do with anything else. I locked myself out of my computer. I'm trying to get in, and I'm sorry to all the viewers and everyone here. I'm sorry I messed up your quiz. I'm ready to take part if you could give me a second chance. I promise.
Yeah.
Jez, please.
Don't worry.
I really want to be part of this.
Yeah, no. Do you still want to go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, no problem. Right. So
Warren, I don't want to let you down.
No, you're not.
Wait 2 seconds. I'm just going to go to after Select's work to say thank you for our help.
All right, mate. No problem. Oh, that's good. I'm pleased about that. So when Kenny gets back, we'll get started. Let me just sort this out. Yep. Okay, that's there. Brilliant. Okie doke.
Got a bit of hay fever today. Bloody annoying.
Do you suffer with hay fever, Jez?
Not so bad now. As a kid, I used to get it really bad. Really bad.
Sorry, everyone.
Carry on.
Sorry, viewers.
No problem, mate. Don't worry about it. You're here now. That's all that matters. We were just about to finish as well.
I know. That's why I rushed in.
So Jez and I have had a good chat about the FA Cup. So let's get started with the quiz. There's 10 questions. Some of the questions have got bonus questions as well in them, chances to get bonus points. So what I'll do is I'll ask all the questions, and then what I'll do is I'll get your answers after I've asked all the questions, and then we'll see how we go from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, and what I'm going to do, I've not done this bit before. I've got the questions on slides, so everyone can see them. So the first question is, and there's 2 points for this question for the correct answer, and then 1 point for getting it within 5 years of the correct answer. What year was the first FA Cup final played? All right. And then there's 2 bonus points. Now, the bonus points are for where was the match played and what was the exact date that the match was played.
Oh, bloody hell. Christ.
Right.
So what was it? 2.1 point. Forget where.
The exact date as well.
Yeah.
Where
That's a bonus point question. And where was it played? What was the venue?
I can tell you the teams, but I can't tell you the what date.
Okay. Don't worry. So you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Yeah. Okie doke. So question 2, which teams played in the first FA Cup final? And what was the final score? For a bonus point.
Yep.
Okay. Just wait for Kenny.
With the glasses.
Yeah.
You both ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So question 3. What was the last venue for the FA Cup final before the FA Cup final was moved to the newly built Wembley Stadium in the 1922-23 season? Right? And then there are bonus points available for which teams contested the final, what was the score in the match, and what was the name of the winning manager.
Oh, my days.
Oh, my days.
Oh, dear.
Just let me know when you're ready. So all these questions are about the last final to be played before it went to the new Wembley, before it moved to the newly built Wembley Stadium in the 1922-23 season.
No, I'm stuck, man.
I ain't got a clue who the winning manager was.
You will not be happy when I tell you. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh! Yes. Think.
Are you ready, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess the score.
Mm.
I don't know.
You ready, Kenny?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good man. Right, so question 4. How many times has the FA Cup final been played away from Wembley Stadium?
Since
And
1872? Is that since 1872?
Yeah, since it started. Right? So I'm going to give you a margin of error of 5. So if you get it within 5, then you'll get a point.
Did I guess?
Oh, it's a guess, isn't it? Because you've got to go.
Don't know. Tricky.
Okay, don't.
Right.
You right, Kenny?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Right, okay. So next question. Which FA Cup final had the biggest margin of victory?
Oh.
And I'll give you a clue. It's happened twice. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
You ready, Kenny?
Yes.
Cool. Right, so question 6. Which FA Cup final was the highest scoring FA Cup final ever? And there's bonus points available for if you can name the teams who contested the final, 1 point for each correct answer. And what was the final score? And you get a point for if you get the correct the correct score.
Mm-mm.
Got a bit of it, but not sure. That's right.
This one's open to interpretation because the FA Cup finals normally are they're not really high scoring games, are they?
No.
No. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So question 7, who was the last player to score in every round of the FA Cup in a particular season? So,
including the final?
Sorry, mate?
Including the final?
Including the final. Now, there are bonus points if you can name the club this chap played for and the year that he did it.
Yes.
Okay, Kenny, you ready, mate?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So question 8: who was the first player to score in 4 consecutive FA Cup finals? Sorry, who was the first player to score in 4 cup finals? Right, and there's a bonus point if you can name the year he scored in his 4th final.
The year.
Right, ready, guys?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Right. So last but one, who was the first substitute to score in an FA Cup final? Now, there's bonus points for this one as well. What year was it? Who did he score against? And what time did he score the goal?
Bloody hell.
Subs. All right.
Yeah.
Good question. Subs, because right, subs.
I ain't got a clue on any of that.
Well, because the first substitutions were in the 60s, wasn't it?
I haven't got a clue.
So I'll have to think about it.
Cool. No, give up on that one, I'm afraid, chaps.
All right, 1 minute, I'm just thinking.
Good questions, mate.
It's a bloody good one, isn't it? Oh, this is horrible, man.
Yeah. I ain't got a clue.
Mate, I wanted my mate.
Oh, right, all right, okay.
All right.
Got it.
Just to let you know, originally I was going to have a third person in this, and he's a Norwich City fan, right? And I've known him for like about 30 odd years, maybe more. And he has got elite knowledge, right? And he would have given you a run for your money, mate. I can tell you. But he's travelling today, so he can't come on, sadly. But never mind. Right. So
Right.
you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Kenny's changing his mind. I'm blaming it on this hay fever.
Well, let's see what happens, Jez.
Mate, there's some I haven't got a clue. I ain't got a clue on some of these.
Mm.
Right. You're right. You ready to go for the next one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the last question: name the first goalkeeper to save a penalty in an FA Cup final. Bonus points available as well for the name of the person who missed the penalty, and also if you can name the year that it happened.
Oh dear. No, it's not it. He scored. No. 9 out of 10. No chance. Not a clue.
Okay.
Failed.
Kenny, you look like you're pondering, mate. Are you done?
I've done it.
Okay, mate. Right. Okie doke. So I'm just gonna do that and put this over here. Right. So I'm gonna get your answers. Right. So the first question was, what year was the first FA Cup final played? And 2 points for getting the correct answer, and 1 point for getting within 5 years of the correct answer, right? And then there was 2 bonus points available if you could give me the exact date and the venue for the final. So if I go to Jez first, what did you say, mate?
1872.
Yep.
It was at the Oval.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't got a clue on the exact date.
Okie doke.
I say May.
Right. Okie doke. And Kenny?
I went 1872, the Kennington Oval, and I said April.
Right. Okay. So both of you got 2 points for that. And the exact date was the 16th of March, 1872.
Oof.
And it was played at the Kennington Oval.
1872. Bloody hell.
Yeah. So the next question: which teams played in the first FA Cup final, and what was the final score? So I'll go to Jez again.
It's the Wanderers against the Royal Engineers, and the Wanderers won 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, mate.
My answer, I only got the Royal Engineers, and I went 2-1.
Okie doke. So, Kenny, you get a point for that.
What do I get, Warren?
Hold on. Oh, damn, hold on. I messed this up. Hold on. Right. Okie doke. So, third question was, what was the last venue for the FA Cup final before it was moved to the newly built Wembley Stadium in the 1922-23 season? And then there were bonus points available for which teams were in the final, what was the score in the match, and what was the name of the winning manager. So, Kenny, I'm going to come to you first for this one.
Right. I've this one. I've gone Crystal Palace. I've gone Huddersfield, one of the teams. I've gone Herbert Chapman, but I don't know who Huddersfield played.
Right. Okay. So you've gone for Crystal Palace, and then you've gone Huddersfield.
Yeah, Town. Yeah, and Herbert Chapman is the winning manager, but I don't know who they played. I
Yeah.
put that Sheffield United.
Okay. Do you know what the score of the match was?
I'll put that in 3-0, but it's a guess. It's all guessing.
Okay, mate. And Jez, what did you come up with, mate?
I've gone Old Trafford,
Yeah.
Huddersfield Town versus Preston North End, 1-0, Herbert Chapman.
So you've gone Huddersfield, Old Trafford, Preston North End, and what was the score?
1-0.
1-0. Okay.
Herbert Chapman, and I've gone for yes.
Yeah. Okie doke. So it's going well. Next question was, how many times has the FA Cup been played away from Wembley Stadium? And there's no bonus points for this one, but I said I'd give you a margin of error of 5. Now, if you get the exact number, you get 5 points. If you get it within 3, you get 3 points. And if you get it within 10, I'll give you 1 point. Okay. So what did you come up with, Jez?
I've gone 14.
How many?
14.
14, 1-4.
Yeah.
Okie doke. And
well, you know, I've done it. So you've done it from 1872, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if it's away from Wembley from 1872, I'm going to go 68.
How many?
68.
Crikey.
Okie doke.
I'm way off.
So for that case, okay, now this includes replays as well. All right. So the actual total, according to Wikipedia, all right, is 61.
Fucking hell, well done, Kenny. Blimey.
Yeah. Yeah, 61. I was absolutely shocked.
Because I think we had Cardiff and Old Trafford, and you know what? My maths is terrible because I've done from 80. I should have. If I did my maths properly, I would have got the answer. But instead, I went 1872 to 1923, which should have been 52 years plus. Yeah, so that's why I was nowhere near.
No, but you did well enough, mate. Bloody hell.
What closer than me? I said 12. You know.
And I just realised I didn't give you the answers to the previous question.
Yeah.
Right? So the last venue before the final was moved to Wembley was Stamford Bridge.
Oh, no.
Right? And the teams who played were Huddersfield Town and Preston North End. The score of the match was 1-0 to Huddersfield. And the winning manager was Herbert Chapman.
I got 1, 2, 3.
I only got Huddersfield and Herbert Chapman.
Are you doing the points, Warren?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I don't know what the score is so far.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the running total so far?
Please.
Yeah, okay. So after 4 questions, Jez has got 9 points and Kenny has got 6.
Close.
Yeah.
He's going to catch me up now because 9 and 10, I ain't got a bleeding clue.
So next question. Which FA Cup final had the biggest margin of victory? And as I said, when I asked you this, it's happened twice. And what did you guys come up with? So I'll come to you first, Kenny.
I had Man City beating Watford 3 years ago, 6-0.
I've got that.
That's one.
That's the only one I've got.
That's the only one we got.
1 point for the year. What year did it happen? It's 3 years ago, so that was
2019.
Yeah.
2019. You said the teams and the score was So you get Kenny. You get 3 points for that one. And what did you say, Jess?
Yeah, I said 2019, Man City, Watford 6-0.
Okay, perfect. You could also have said, 1903, Bury beat Derby County 6-0.
Oh, right.
Because it's only happened twice. And no one's ever won like 7-1 or 8-2 or anything like that. So, right. Okay, next one. So, 6. Let's do that. Right. Okay, so question 6. Who was the first player to score in 4 FA Cup finals?
I think, no, that question 6 was the highest aggregates of the
cup.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Yeah. Who was the last player to score in every round of the FA? No,
that's question 7. Question 6 was the highest aggregate of scores, isn't it, for the finals?
Yeah. Sorry. So, hold on, just 2 seconds. Yeah, so that. Yeah, sorry, question 6. Sorry, I missed one out. Which FA Cup final was the highest scoring FA Cup final ever? Now, there was a bonus points available if you could tell me the teams who contested the final, and you get 1 point for each correct team. And what was the final score? And you get a bonus point if you can get the correct answer for the score in the match.
Well, I've gone Blackpool. I don't know the other team. I've gone 5-4.
Okay. So you've got 1 point for that, Jez.
Right.
I've got oh, sorry, you want to hear what I've got? Sorry.
Yeah, please, mate.
I've gone Blackpool versus Bolton, 1953 and 4-3, the Matthews final.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you get.
Yeah. So I couldn't
3 points for that.
Yeah.
3 points. Yeah.
Right. So after 6 rounds, Jez is winning by 1 point.
I told you, catch me up. I told you.
Right. I must admit, the Matthews final. That was probably when I was a kid. That's all they all talked about. How even though Stan Mortensen got a hat trick, they called it the Matthews final because that's probably when assists was first mentioned. You know, about how he set up all the goals, isn't it?
Wasn't he something ridiculous as well? Wasn't he about 50 or something when he played in that?
Yeah, he retired in 1965 when he was 50, and he 50, and he was actually fit for 88 when he played in that final, and he actually said in 1965 he retired too early.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. It really is. Okay, so question number 7, right? Who was the last player to score in every round of the FA Cup? And there were bonus points available if you could name the club he played for and the year that he did it.
Blimey. No. Right. I've gone for a pure guess. I've gone Kenny Dalglish, Liverpool.
Okay. And
0.
What year did it happen, Jez?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Okay, right. So, unfortunately, you don't get any points for that.
I knew that. I knew that.
Kenny?
For some reason, I've gone for Taylor, 1975, West Ham.
No, neither of you get any points for that. The answers were Peter Osgood for Chelsea in 1970.
You know, I was actually, I'm not lying, I was actually thinking that, but I thought somebody more recently had done it. I didn't think Peter Osgood, to be honest, but oh well.
Never mind. Right, so on to the next one. Question 8. Who was the first player? Hold on, what are we doing here?
Number 9. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Who was the first player to score in 4 FA Cup finals?
Oh, number 8. Yeah, okay.
And the bonus point was name the year he scored in his 4th final.
Oh, excellent. I think we're both pretty confident that one, aren't we, Jez?
No.
Well, I better go first then. Because I'm confident it's Didier Drogba, and his last final he scored him was 2012.
Yeah.
I've got
Congratulations,
Drogba.
Kenny.
Was that?
I've got Drogba, but I haven't got the year.
Yeah. So it was in 2012 and against Liverpool. So he scored against Man United in 07, Everton 09, Portsmouth in 2010, and Liverpool in 2012. All for Chelsea.
Exactly.
Your knowledge, man, is unbelievable. Jesus.
Now, we got 2 questions left. And it's
how much points do I get for the Drogba?
Huh?
How many points do I get?
You get 2 for that, and Jez gets 1. Right?
Okay.
So, at the moment, the scores are 14 each.
Yeah,
well, now questions left. Right. So, the question 9 was, who was the first substitute to score in an FA Cup final? And the bonus points available are, what year was it? Who did he score against? And what time did he score the goal?
I've guessed.
Go on, Jess.
I've gone John Radford, 1970-71.
Okay, and who did he score against?
Liverpool.
And the minute?
Oh, no chance. No chance.
Okay. Well, you got 2 because you got 1971 and you got Liverpool. So you got 2 points for that. Kenny, what have you gone for?
Right, I've gone for 1971, and I've just done a guess, and I've guessed Steve Highway for Liverpool.
Right. Okay. So you've got 1 point for 1971. Did you know the minute?
Well, he scored in Steve Highway scored in extra time, and it was like the 95th minute. Nearly,
right? And the answers was Eddie Kelly.
Oh, right.
Right. It was 1971. It was against Liverpool, and he was in the 96th minute.
Oh my God!
Jack Ramsey.
Yeah, unlucky Kenny.
Yeah, because I think I suppose Steve Harway started. Eddie Kelly. When you watched videos of it, because I wasn't born that time, they have George Graham scoring it on both. When I see it on ITV and BBC, but he actually didn't touch it. Yeah, it was actually came off Eddie Kelly last. But Graham ran away anyway, as though he scored it.
Yeah, it was always a big debate about who got that goal, wasn't there? Because it was inconclusive. Like,
I think London Weekend Television sorted it out.
Huh?
London Weekend Television sorted it out through Jimmy Hill, who used to work with London Weekend Television.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, last question. Right. And this could settle it because there's only 1 point in it. Jessie's got 16. Kenny's got 15. So, it's all up for grabs, as they say. Right. Name the first goalkeeper to save a penalty in the FA Cup final. And the bonus point questions were, who missed the penalty and what year was it?
Not a clue.
Okay. Kenny?
It was Dave Besant, John Aldridge missed, and it was Wimbledon-Liverpool 1988.
Well done.
Yeah. Well done, Kenny. So, Jez,
done me again.
You got no points for that. Kenny gets 3. So therefore, that means that Jez ended with 16 points, and Kenny, you won. You got 18 points.
Well done, Kenny.
I nicked it at the end.
Yeah, you did.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Your questions are probably one of the hardest ones out there.
Yeah.
Because you're having to think, and you're going to think, hang on here. You know, the Pete Osgood one, I forgot about that because I didn't realise he scored in every round. I know he scored in. I remember obviously he scored in the replay because he didn't score in the first match. Because I remember the header, and then they beat Watford at White Hart Lane 6-1 in 70. Chelsea.
God, I can't know, mate.
Yeah, I remember him scoring one. I remember that showing a video of that one on a big match replay on BT Sport. So, but I didn't realise he scored in every round.
Yeah, well, apparently,
I don't remember. I just something popped in my head about Peter Osgood in the 1970 Cup final, and I thought, no. So I did. Never mind.
So I'm gonna just for the fun of it, I'm gonna show you the bonus questions I had, like the tiebreaker, right? How many FA Cups did Arsenal win whilst Arsene Wenger was manager, and how many times were they runners up? All right.
Yeah, well, we runners up in 2001, isn't it? It's Liverpool.
Yeah, lost 2-1, didn't we? That was at the Millennium Stadium.
I don't know. You know the thing about it. How did we lose that game against Liverpool? We completely battered them.
Yeah,
I know.
And then for some reason, Michael Owen. How did that happen?
Oh, I've got no idea. It was just ridiculous. It was one of the most one-sided cup finals I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. And then there was this one. How many times has it gone to a replay?
1970, 1981, 82, 83, and 1990.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. So how many times has the FA Cup gone to a replay? It's happened 11 times.
Oh.
There was a few times it happened in the 19th century.
Oh, right.
We
only remember that.
I don't remember it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a ticket.
Oh yeah, you know what? And you know what? I left out the 93 final. Us and Sheffield Wednesday. I left that one out.
That's right. That's right. And then, how many times has the FA Cup final been decided by a penalty shootout? When I saw this, I was really surprised how many few times it had happened.
Well, all three of us were at the one in Cardiff when Man United battered us. And I mean, when I say battered us, they absolutely ruined us. Should have won the game by a street. And then Vieira got the last penalty. And then what other penalty was there? Penalty shootout. There's one. Which other one was there?
It's 2.
Liverpool, West Ham.
Yeah.
Of course. Liverpool, West Ham, and last one at Cardiff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When West Ham battered Liverpool and then Steven Gerrard scored 2 worldies, isn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, all Liverpool's goals were volleys, weren't they? Volleys by because Cisse scored one of them when it.
Exactly. And then, who is the leading goal scorer in the FA Cup? And how many goals has he scored, or did he score? Right? Now, the answer to this one, do either of you know?
No, I don't.
No.
Ian Rush has scored 40 goals.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Unsurprisingly.
It's
I have to say. And then the last one I had was, what team was the last team from outside the top tier of English football to win the FA Cup? What year did they win it? What team did they beat? And what was the score?
outside the top tier, of English football was it West Ham beating us 1-0, and a bloody they scored in the 13th minute. Trevor Booking, 1980, beat us Arsenal 1-0, 13th minute.
Yeah, because I was shocked when I saw that it hasn't happened since then. Yeah, I know, you know.
Well, do you remember 2 years later, QPR took Spurs to a replay, innit?
That's it.
And they were in the second division, and it was actually 2 London finals. West Ham 1-1 against us, and the other lot beat QPR.
Exactly, but I was shocked that it's not happened since West Ham beat us. Do you know what I mean? I was surprised, but yeah. So there you go.
Good quiz, mate. Good quiz.
Thank you.
Dave, I'll tell you one thing, right? I've learned one thing: shut down all your apps before you close down your field, because what happened is StreamYard blocked my access to the camera.
Mate, it happened to me as well this morning. I don't know. There's something going wrong with StreamYard today.
It was Google Chrome, because I probably didn't lock everything down. So I had to open it up. My wife did it all for me, and then what happened is I had to shut the whole thing down to let it work. So it was me, because the lesson learned: when you finish using computer, shut down everything. Like shut down your mic, shut down all the apps that you keep open, because it screws everything up.
Yeah, I've had it, Kenny. I had it.
I had it.
I couldn't get the
I
mic.
thought I was going to have to do all of this off my phone, because I thought there was a problem.
I thought you did it off your phone, because when you were on your phone, I thought that, because one time I was with a guy called Alex Carter, and he did it off his phone, and I said, "Hang on, I can't get in. It won't let me in." So when he did it off his computer, it let me in.
But anyway, guys, look, thanks ever so much for coming and doing the quiz with me. I hope you both really enjoyed it. Kenny, can you just tell us about where people can contact you? And
I thought you wouldn't ask. I thought you weren't going to ask.
The next couple of days.
I thought you were never going to ask. Right. I'm on Kenny Ken 1972 on Twitter and Instagram. And on the Australian channel, I've told them to wait, because I thought, hang on here, there's no way I'm missing out on a podcast with both of you in order to do his podcast. I said he's gonna have to wait, because he wanted to do it at 1 o'clock, and I thought, no, this has got to come first. I've got to fix my computer and do this, because I didn't want to miss out, because I know you've gone to a lot of trouble.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah.
I've had, to be honest, I was telling Jez earlier, I've had an absolute nightmare today. I've had 3 people pull out on me. So the moral of the story for me, you talking about shutting stuff down, don't try and get too many people on in one day, because it's a recipe for disaster. But
I think what we do with each streamer, we take it literally when they say you can get more up to 10 people on a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, no, I set up all these different streams, but due to a lot of different really crazy circumstances, people have had to pull out. So it's just been a bit of a nightmare. And Jez, the same to you, mate.
What's that, mate?
About where people can find you and about your channel and all the rest of it.
Instagram, it's just collins.jez, and obviously my YouTube channel, Arsenal, the History and More.
Thank you very much. The links for these guys, Instagrams and Jesse's YouTube, are in the description of the video. I believe they're also in the live chat. So all you need to do is just click on the links and it will take you to them. So thank you ever so much, guys, for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. I really enjoyed the quiz. I thought it was great. I hope you two did as well. And thank you to all the people coming, the chat. And also thank you very much to all the people who are going to watch this on playback as well. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you a bit later because I've got some more streams coming through the course of the day, and we'll see how we get on.
Hey, hang on it. We've done a FA Cup final quiz. Let's make sure we actually watch the match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I'm going to do a watch along later for it.
Yeah,
Which
because we don't, if we don't, it's no good doing a quiz and bigging up the day, because let's face it, man. It's been like FA Cup final day used to be like 2 channels, which it is on now, ITV and BBC One, and it basically we used to have like the whole day devoted to the FA Cup final, and now I'm looking at they're having had the audacity to have football matches on that during this weekend, so it's
don't. I'm furious.
I'm really gutted by how how devalued the competition that I love is being devalued.
It has, and it always used to be the last game of the season. And now we got Premier League games tomorrow and we got them next weekend. I'm sorry, I just think it's wrong.
It's wrong all day long. And the thing about it is that, I'm sure if we devote the FA Cup final to both days, people in this country would love it. Love it.
No, I reckon they would, Kenny. I think you're right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish it there. All right.
I'll speak to you guys soon.
Yeah, take care, people.
Sorry again for being late.
Don't worry about it,
man. It's fine. Anyway, thanks very much, everyone. And
see you tomorrow, Jez.
You will, mate. Take care.
Yeah, take care.
I'll see you on Tuesday, Kenny.
Definitely.
All right. Take care, mate. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you, Jez.